If you have been looking at SVS PB1000 Pro ported and still are not fully sure whether it is the right buy for your needs, that is exactly what this review is here to clear up before you spend your money. A lot of products can sound great on the listing and still end up feeling underwhelming once they are actually in your hands, so the real question is whether this one gives you solid everyday value, fits the way you plan to use it, and feels worth the price. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. You know, I've been in your shoes before. Literally. Thinking about spending a bit more money on something like 2 subwoofers for a single person or a family might seem crazy at first, especially if you're used to one or are on a budget. But the difference between 1 and 2 subwoofers is more than just having more volume or shaking the walls, although, I mean, if those are the things you're after, then the SVS PB1000 Pro subwoofers are probably not for you. But if you're someone who wants their movies, TV shows, and music to transport you to another world, to feel more there, more present, then read on. For a lot of rooms and setups, one good sub is plenty, and that's because, more often than not, people are thinking about the loudness first, which, to be fair, can be super satisfying. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you just want to blast some music, have a loud movie night with friends, or experience epic action scenes with your significant other, one sub is probably going to do the job just fine. However, if you notice, like I did, that the bass is not only louder but also seems to be more in your face in certain parts of the room while other areas sound relatively quiet, that's a good clue that something else is going on. We're not just talking about decibel differences, we're talking about room acoustics at play. You see, our rooms have their own unique acoustic characteristics, and they can either help or hinder the audio experience. A room that's particularly bad at low-end reproduction, for instance, can sound like the subwoofer is working against you instead of with you. It's as if the low end is either being cancelled out or amplified to the point of distortion. The reason is simple: standing waves, nulls, and peaks. What are these things? Great questions. Standing waves happen when low-frequency energy bounces back and forth within a space, making some areas feel more intense while others seem to be less affected. Nulls, on the other hand, are areas of cancellation, where waves cancel each other out, creating quieter or even distorted sound. Peaks, well, these are hot spots where the energy is amplified, and you feel like the low end is coming at you from all directions. All three of these phenomena are completely normal and are simply a characteristic feature of any room. Now, you might be thinking, okay, so what does any of this have to do with buying a subwoofer? Well, a good subwoofer, especially one like the SVS PB1000 Pro, can help mitigate these issues and provide a much more balanced and immersive experience. That's not to say you need a home theater like a Hollywood soundstage or a mansion to appreciate the benefits. I mean, my room is far from the most acoustically impressive space out there: 20 by 15 feet, standard drywall, some rugs for added dampening, and yet, by adding a second SVS PB1000 Pro to the mix, the low end started to sound way smoother, way more even. I'm not talking about a louder volume, I'm talking about a deeper understanding of the sound, a sense of spatiality where the bass is moving the air in a way that feels organic. Let me put it this way. Imagine watching an action movie where the helicopter is flying over the town and the bass seems to be rumbling from the distance. You want to feel that rumble, that low-frequency texture, not just as a simple thump, but as an entire atmospheric sensation. The PB1000 Pro achieves that with incredible finesse, thanks to its unique design. You don't need to double down on the power or the size alone, you just need 2 subwoofers that understand each other, that complement each other. So, to sum things up, if you're like I used to be, if you thought that 2 subwoofers were overkill, consider this: a good subwoofer like the SVS PB1000 Pro doesn't just add power to your listening experience, it adds complexity, depth, and a new level of realism to every scene, song, and movie night. If you want to explore the sonic possibilities, to discover new dimensions in your favorite soundtracks or music, then check them out on Amazon using the link in the description, and find yourself transported to new sonic worlds with the SVS PB1000 Pro subwoofers.